Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be going over Trainwreck. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. It's the second song off Volume 2, and let's get started.
Okay, so here we are in Trainwreck, and I'm actually going to get into something before the drums. We'll probably hit those last. Maybe not last, but we'll definitely hit those after we get this, right? So in the intro to this song, I actually have this staccato thing here, and it's called Mummy, but I changed it. And it's not truly like a bass. It's just like a lower sounding instrument. It kind of sounds like a horn, but it's a synthesizer. So we have that, and then we have this guy right here. Let me get into it. So these are both Razor instruments in Reactor 6. They're both really cool. I changed Mummy more than I did Staccato Warp. That was kind of just a preset I found because I wanted to fill space. But then the cool thing, in my opinion, is this bell that I have as a lead line. Now, what happened with this is I adjusted something in the project, and it actually changed the timing of the actual instrument for some reason. And you can actually see I have a lot of automation going on here. So I have a fade out at the end. I have different parameter adjustments for the Razor instrument. I have pitch shifting happening. I have an adjustment right here in the beginning for the reverb. So it cuts the reverb when the track cuts out, so it just feels completely empty. So I don't know if it was all the automation or the fact that I'm running a ton of MIDI instruments, or I don't know what it is. But this instrument got off sync. So like I said before, the cool thing you can do is you can just bounce your stems out, and if something starts giving you problems, you can always bounce a stem back in. So right here, we have the stem for it. So this is what it sounds like. So as you can hear, all that automation going on, and then when it gets into the like hook or chorus of the song, it sounds like this. So it's more sustained, a lot longer, whereas when it's in like a verse or the intro, it sounds more like a pluck. So that's what's going on here. But yeah, all three of these instruments are Razor, and I really like Razor. I have a good time with it. Let me get into... So I have a rise. So with this rise, I put reverb on it, and I didn't do... what I normally do is I bounce the rise as an audio file and reverse it so that when the rise happens, there's like a hit to go with it. This time I just left it as a rise and put a reverb on it so it feels like it's kind of fading. And it works for this track, which is all good. So I think I tried to bounce it out and it just felt like too much was happening. So that's my rise, strictly used for a transitional emphasis from the first like hook in the intro into the first verse, back into the next hook, into the next verse, back into the hook, and here at the outro. On this track, instead of actually having a bass, I have a tuned kick. This was a little bit different. Normally, I have a kick, and then I have a bass, and then I don't normally do like a tuned kick thing, but I decided I would try it on this one. So this is what the tuned kick sounds like. All right, and then I have another kick. It's the same tuned kick. It's just not sustained. It's got a faster decay. So that's what these kicks are. And then I did have, so like right here, I have a part where the kick drops lower. Same tune kick, it's just dropped lower. Let's get into the snare. It's a pretty short snare. And I believe all these samples are from the Airbag kit. That's where the kick came from, the snare came from. I believe the hi-hats as well. I split the hi-hats up on this track. Sometimes I leave them in the same track. But there's so much going on. They're so crazy. I felt like it'd be better to have track stems for the closed hi-hat, the open hi-hat, and then the like roll or flam thing that I have here, just so that things are split up. This track is a much simpler one production-wise. This is basically all the track is. Everything else came down to either, you know, automation, adjusting the decay of the lead line, something like that, cutting things out, right? So, like, I have all my stuff in right here. But I take this staccato warp out during the verses. So, like, in the verse, it sounds like this. And what's interesting is, like, anytime I do, like, a hook, I adjust the length of, like, the mummy instrument down here, this like horn sounding synthesizer. So on the hooks or choruses, whatever you want to call them, it's long and sustained, and then during the verses it's short. And I do have a cool part here that I really enjoyed was coming out of this, and it goes into like a detuned part of the song where I have the kick drop down, as well as the bell. The bell drops down as well. And then it tunes back up. Yeah, so I enjoyed that. I thought it gave kind of a cool feeling to the song. Kind of gave it like a different pace, and it only does it for like half a verse. But I thought it was cool. And I tuned down the horn sounding instrument as well. Like I just dropped it lower, but I actually used on the bell. I actually used a pitch shifter. I just automated it to drop a whole octave, and I did it within like a 16th note or something, but I did it just enough that like you can actually hear it tuned down, and I kind of liked that. Yeah, so I kind of like that, and you can also hear it tuned back up as well. I just thought it added a little bit to the track. This one is like super simple. I really didn't do that much on this track, but I kind of did. I mean, I did a bunch of technical stuff with tuning the kick and with like automation and all that kind of stuff. So that's Trainwreck. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Well, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know if you liked the video. Let me know what you'd like me to go over in future videos. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.